Welcome to home at Tampines West. This is Chef Allan Teoh. I'm going to teach you how to do the Nyonya chicken curry. First of all, what you need to do is you need to parboil your potato. So this is already parboiled for the last 20 minutes. Now the number of potatoes is actually up to your liking. Here, I'm actually using about 6 of them. We need to peel up the skin of the potato. It's pretty hot, so maybe you would like to use the water to cushion off the heat. Now, the Nyonya people like to cut it outwardly, like sideways. Okay, so you cut the chunks like this, and then you leave aside. The next thing that you need to do is to season your chicken. I have one whole chicken here. First of all, I think when you're doing cooking, please be hygienic, so wash your hands first. I've actually washed my hands many times, especially during this COVID-19 period. Alright, these are your chicken. You can chop them into chopped pieces, which you usually get from the supermarket, or you can actually cut them a little bit smaller in size. What you need to do is just use your scissors and then just trim them. So from one big pieces, you can actually have 2 small ones, alright? And what you need to do, you may not want to have so much fat in the chicken. So trim away the fat, which you can see what I'm doing here. Now, the chicken is being washed with some salt water, and we actually have already blanched it with a little bit of warm water. You need to season it. So pour them into a mixing bowl, and then I'm using about 1.5 tablespoon of meat curry powder. So just leave it in. You use about half. This is salt, and you need a little bit of sugar. 3/4 tablespoon of sugar. Because you don't want your hand to get all the stains, so you use a glove, alright? And then you use your hand to massage the chicken slightly. What I do is, I usually take each piece and just massage it slightly like this. I take every individual one and I actually massage them slightly. That will bring out the flavor. So once you are done with this, you can actually cling wrap them and then put in the fridge for about half an hour. Whatever food is inside your fridge, the aroma will actually get into your uncooked food. So that's why you cling wrap it, so that not contaminate with the rest. So leave it inside the fridge. Now we come to this stage where I'll teach you how to do the rempah. As you go along, if you feel like you wanted to change a little bit of ingredient, by all means do so. We have our dried chili. Please soak the dried chili in warm water. Alright, for about 15 minutes. Large red chili, chili padi, garlic, shallots, candlenuts, fresh turmeric, galangal, old ginger, bunga gantan. It's actually a lily bud flower. You can always get this in wet markets. For the cooking of the spices, we actually need lemongrass, okay? Now, it's actually a long lemongrass, as you know. We normally use only the white part. And before you use it, usually you will crush them, alright, to bring out the flavor. And of course, we need a little bit of your curry leaf. We will use actually about 2 sprigs of it. And after you have grind or blended, you will get the paste as you see here. I didn't use any water to grind it, and I also didn't put any salt. So I just grind as it is. You actually get this particular rempah. Next, you need just tap water. I am using about 500 ml here. What we need for the dry spices are the white cardamom pods. This is actually the cinnamon stick. Alright, before you use the cinnamon stick, again, you want to crush it to break into 2 pieces, or rather a few pieces, okay? But try not to use the very small pieces, because when you cook the time, it may get stuck on your throat, which is not a good sign. Cumin powder and coriander powder. You can actually get all this in any of the supermarket. Before you start, you will make sure that you heat up your pan. You have to control the heat. I usually use medium-high for a start. But you have to control yourself. Make sure the pot is a little bit hot. You have to use about 6 to 7 tablespoons of the oil for a start. But as you go along, you may need more of it, alright? You have to cook until your rempah has the oil that seeps out from the top, okay? So we add our oil. Let it heat up. We just add 1 or 2 inside first. Make sure it sizzles. Then you put in your rempah. Cook for a while, alright? About 5 to 10 minutes. Make sure the oil has come up to the top of your rempah, and then you can add your curry leaf. And then your lemongrass. Let it cook for a while. You can see that the rempah is a bit dry. So what I need to do is, I add a little bit more of oil. You cook for about 5 minutes already. Then you add in all your dry spices. After this stage, you add in about 3 tablespoons of your coconut, just to dilute them. Okay, and we add in our chicken. You coat the chicken with the rempah. You just have to cook them for a little while, maybe about 5 minutes. And then we shall add our water. What I usually do is add them into your chilli. Okay, I shall add in the water now, and we'll let them simmer for about 15 minutes at medium-low heat. After 15 minutes, you can actually see that curry chicken is boiling. So we go on a lower heat. Just give it a good shuffle. Add in your balance of your coconut. I like to have more sauce because then you can eat with bread. Then you give it another good stir, and then we shall add in our potatoes. You got to let it simmer again for another about 10 to 15 minutes, alright? Before you end the 15 minutes, please test, alright? So you may need to add in some salt or sugar, alright? So we cover it and let it simmer again for 15 minutes. So this is the final product of the chicken curry, alright? So what we have, you can see here, is already cooked nicely, bubbling nicely. So this is actually our dish of Nyonya Curry Chicken. And as I said, if you want it to be more lemak, don't add so much of water. Alright, here it is. You have your curry chicken and your baguette. Hopefully, in the future when COVID-19 is over and we have more chances of coming live to the CC again, I will be definitely coaching here in Tampines West, CC. So I will see you here then. Thank you very much.